Check, check, 1, 2. I just wanted to say rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent, who just passed away at 58 after a multi-year battle with colon cancer. And I just wanted to make mention of how impactful a figure in hip hop DJ Clark Kent was. And you've got certain producers that have crazy discographies, right? You look at their production Wikipedia, where it's just stacked and you can see from top to bottom what the contribution to hip hop was. Then you've got other producers where the production catalog doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, yes, he did produce 3 beats from Jay-Z's 96 debut Reasonable Doubt, including Brooklyn's Finest featuring Notorious B.I.G. Yes, he did produce Sky's the Limit from Biggie's second album, Life After Death. Yes, he did produce Junior Mafia's first 2 singles. Get Money was their 3rd single, but he produced their first 2 singles. Players Anthem with the iconic chorus, and that song was the first single to feature Lil' Kim. And I Need You Tonight, which was originally featuring Faith Evans on the Junior Mafia Conspiracy album, but on the single that was made into a video, it was Aaliyah who was singing the chorus on that single version. So DJ Clark Kent produced those, and he produced Rakim's Guess Who's Back. That's my favorite beat out of all these that I'm naming, by the way. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, I remember when that Rakim 18th Letter album dropped. I love that beat. I like the album a lot too, but that Guess Who's Back beat, like you see that in a lot of like NBA style montages and stuff. It's just one of those beats. He produced the Mariah Carey single Loverboy. That was from the Glitter album. Glitter as a soundtrack and movie famously like was panned critically, and I don't think it did well commercially, but you know, that single Loverboy was significant, and DJ Clark Kent produced that. And even more recently, he produced Rick Ross's Super High. That was like from the Teflon Don album. And he produced that. Remember when Lil Pump and Kanye West did that video? I think it was called I Love It, where they were dressed in those kind of boxy outfits and it was kind of a goofy song. But DJ Clark Kent produced that. And DJ Clark Kent produced for other MCs, Mike Geronimo, Mad Skills. He's got like a good amount of production credits, but again, it doesn't tell the whole story. With DJ Clark Kent, his role as a connector, as an influential figure, is as significant as the actual production credits. Like you can't tell the story of 90s hip hop, especially Brooklyn 90s hip hop, without including DJ Clark Kent. I mean, just consider for a moment, this man introduced Damon Dash to Jay-Z, Jay-Z to Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z to his cousin Foxy Brown. He later discovered Shine and introduced him to Puff Daddy, and we know what happened there, unfortunately. Shine, by the way, is a major politician in Belize. That's my mom's home country. My mom's from Dan Griga, Belize, but Shine, who is the son of a former prime minister, Barrow, in Belize. Shine is now a significant politician out there. But yeah, DJ Clark Kent got his start as Dana Dane's DJ, at least in the greater hip hop landscape. He was Dana Dane's DJ. Dana Dane was a popular late 80s rapper. He was a part of the Kango crew with Slick Rick, and they were both, very fashion forward. Dana Dane had a lot of humor in his bars. He even kind of mimicked that British accent. Now, Slick Rick was actually born in London, but Dana Dane kind of adopted the same kind of dialect, at least in his music. So DJ Clark Kent was his DJ, and as a DJ, he was also performing in a bunch of relevant clubs in and around New York City, rubbing shoulders with Kid Capri, Funkmaster Flex. Like, he was in a lot of the places to be, if you will. And a few years later, his first big break was that production credit on Players Anthem. Players, grab your if you love hip hop. And I know that wasn't the album version of the lyrics, but that Junior Mafia song was DJ Clark Kent's first big production break as a single. And then he would do a lot of like remixes to existing singles. And back in the early 90s, some know this, some don't, but he was also like a major, like a head of A&R at Atlantic Records. So he had a deep industry job. In fact, he signed Original Flavor, which was a rap group that Dame Dash managed And it was actually through that signing and that relationship with Damon Dash that DJ Clark Kent, as a teenager, again, DJ Clark Kent introduced Dame Dash to Jay-Z, and that was the genesis of Rockefeller Records. So again, significant figure. And then again, when you go beyond that, DJ Clark Kent introducing Jade to Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown featured on the music video and the first real single. I mean, I know, Dead Presidents was a single from Reasonable Doubt, or at least the second version of it appeared on Reasonable Doubt, but the single that was kind of initially pushing that Reasonable Doubt album was Ain't No by Jay-Z. It was also featured on the Nutty Professor soundtrack, which was a big soundtrack at the time. That song was Jay-Z featuring Foxy Brown. So DJ Clark Kent played a big role there. And again, introducing Jay-Z to Notorious B.I.G. They met each other in the studio recording sessions for Brooklyn's Finest, which was one of the songs on Reasonable Doubt. And that was the iconic pairing of Jay-Z and Biggie. No, it wasn't a single, but as history would have it and as time went on, the song's relevance grew in significance. And again, DJ Clark Kent produced that beat, which uses a Ohio Players sample. Check it out. The Ohio Players song is called Ecstasy. Listen to how cleverly that vocal sample and the music was turned into that beat for Brooklyn's Finest. Pretty crafty chops by DJ Clark Kent. But yeah, he produced 3 songs, again, from Reasonable Doubt, including Cashmere Thoughts and Coming of Age featuring Memphis Bleek. Cashmere Thoughts, you could even hear a conversation between him and Jay. And Jay on what was the Black Album made reference to the impact that DJ Clark Kent made on his career. DJ Clark Kent largely helped put Jay-Z on. So yeah, he's got some good production credits, but it doesn't tell the whole story. Like when you hear other, contemporaries talk about hip hop and talk about DJ Clark Kent, you can often get an idea of what somebody's influence and impact was and what they meant to the culture when you hear their peers speak about them. I mean, you could look at countless hip hop documentaries and he's either a part of the documentary or he's being spoken about, like somebody's telling a story and then, you hear the name DJ Clark Kent pop up in the story, like playing some sort of a part. Again, he was a connector. He knew a lot of people being around the scene. It just so happened he was also a DJ and a producer, a very talented one. Again, listen to that Rakim Guess Who's Back beat. But he also held like popular DJ battles in and around the scene. This was the early 90s. First, he was emceeing the New Music Seminar, which later became the Clark Kent's Superman Battle for World Supremacy, a great DJ battle. It has some iconic battles there. So yeah, rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent, one of the more meaningful people in the culture of hip hop. And again, you've got to get the whole story. Some producers, their body of work alone tells a story. DJ Clark Kent isn't one of those figures. He is as much of a connector as he was a beat conductor. But yeah, rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent. Let me know your thoughts on DJ Clark Kent, his legacy, his impact in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you love hip hop like I do. I'm Woog. Thanks for tuning in.